What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another tier list video. We're about halfway through season 2.5. It's the 13th as I'm recording this. And yeah, this season is interesting. I can't say whether or not it's worse or better than last season. I feel like both of these metas have been kind of rough. The character changes have been good, but again, it's balanced for casual play and not competitive play. So it's been kind of driving me up a wall a little bit, but let's just get right into it. We'll do the tanks first. First, we have Hulk, kind of teetering between A and B tier for me. A really strong Hulk, like someone who's really good at Hulk, can have a lot of impact, and you definitely feel it during the game because it feels like they're impossible to kill, constantly applying pressure. He can't be S tier because there's just so many better choices, but Hulk is really good. He's got his bubbles. He had the cooldown on them decrease recently, and then also he's really mobile. I don't know, he just lacks the punch to be S tier. So I'm gonna put him in A for now, maybe B later down the road. Groot, S tier for sure. They nerfed his Ironwood wall a couple months ago, and then recently they nerfed his damage. So, you know, every time he throws his arm out, instead of getting 70 damage, you're doing 65, which really wasn't that big of a deal. I'm Lord on Groot. I've played my fair share of him, and it doesn't feel like it's that big of a hit. He still hits pretty hard, and especially after the Punisher team up with Rocket being removed, he feels almost even stronger than he was before. I know Punisher got a buff and is a little more viable on his own with his increased mag size, which is why I think they did that, by the way. But even then, Groot's he's still so strong. By far one of the best tanks in the games. Up next, we have Thor. Thor is E, maybe C tier. And the changes that they gave him, I can't say myself because I never played Thor, but I've heard mixed things from Thor mains on, oh, it's good, oh, it's bad, oh, it destroyed his animation cancel, but like now he can do more damage output. So who's to say? Even with that being said, he just doesn't provide that much pressure like a really good Thor does. But even then, like Emma really hard counters him because she could grab him. Bucky can kind of counter him a little bit. You just grab him, pull him into your team, everyone focus him. I don't know, I feel like he is just not that scary to play against. Strange is A tier. I think he's better than Hulk, and the reason why I'm gonna put him in A tier, he's definitely not S, but he's not B, just because he's just a staple in the way the game is played. If you're low on time and you need to get back to point, use Strange TP, right? It's always good to know how to learn to play Strange. It's always good to have somebody who can play Strange because he can be really impactful. He has a really good ultimate. They decrease his ult charge, so if you can build up ult fast, that stun lock on the whole team, you know what I mean, get that team wipe, it makes for good combinations with like Wanda, Venom, Emma, Hela, literally anybody. He's just overall a really good character, and you can never go wrong when playing him. Next up, we have the Thing. The Thing, I'm gonna put C tier. He really only has one use, and that use is just to counter dive. There's so many characters in this game right now that just farm off the Thing. He shuts down characters like BP. I myself, anytime there's a BP wrecking my backline, I just swap to the Thing. It makes them swap 99% of the time. Like, it's hilarious. Emma, S tier for sure. I don't want to say she's better than Groot, but I main Emma, so I'm a little biased here when I say this. The nerfs actually made her stronger. Sure, they nerfed her damage in diamond form, but I would say that the increased range to her beam was like a huge buff, because keeping your beam at 100 charge is probably more impactful than anything else. And now she can target flyers a little bit easier too. So overall, solid tank. Mag, same thing, S tier. I would actually argue that Mag is better than Emma just because he can solo tank better. The thing about Mag is like he has better survivability with his shield that negates damage. He has his bubble. His bubble can peel for teammates. He also has one of the better ultimates in the game, counters a lot of ultimates from the heroes on this list. So yeah, definitely S tier. Venom, I'm gonna put Venom B tier just because, again, anti-dive, you know. There's a lot of CC in the game, and Venom has one of those unique kits where he can't really get a lot done if the enemy team is full focusing you and you don't have somebody that you're like combo diving with. If you're solo diving as Venom, like your job's pretty hard. Captain America, and I mean, got a survivability nerf recently, didn't he? But even then, a good Cap. Nah, he's not Mr. Immortal anymore, so he's definitely not A tier. I would rather have a good Cap over a good Venom, and the reason is because Cap ultimate, actually I'm gonna put him in front of Thor too. Cap's ultimate is a really good counter ult, right? You can dive and live by yourself, but it counters Psylocke ult, it can counter Star-Lord ult, you just run over your teammates. So, and that alone, like, I think makes him really good. Captain America players use their ultimate less selfishly and just saving it for stall all the time. I feel like 99% of the time you wouldn't need to stall if you just use it to keep your team alive in the first place. Penny, this season, dude, low-key, I hate to say it, but like low-key this season, Penny is kind of up there. I feel like people are finally starting to play her a little better. And with the Rocket team up specifically, oh my fucking God, that double nest is insane. Now we're on to DPS, it looks like. Black Panther, F. F. Don't get me wrong, a good Black Panther can do a really good job, but all it takes is one guy that knows how to play the thing, and he is just shut down. He does get a little bit stronger when you pair him with other dive, right? Because it makes it harder for Thing to prioritize when to use his slam, especially if everyone's diving at different times. He also has a bug with his dashes where he doesn't get a reset, so that in itself, he needs a buff, I think. Like, or some kind of like fix the bug or some kind of rework. I don't know. Hawkeye, S tier. So easily S tier. It's like not even funny. Dude, this guy, I don't know why they buff him every season. It makes zero sense. They increase his base damage, which wasn't needed because his killing power is in his headshot, especially if you don't ban Luna and he's got that team up. A good Hawkeye will absolutely terrorize your lobby. He is so hard to play against if they can aim. Next up, we have Wolverine. I think Wolf is A tier. He wasn't being played a lot for a while. Kind of always has been A tier. I can't remember if I rated him A or B in the last video, but he's making a comeback. Like, especially with Groot not being banned as much, I've been starting to learn him. So a good Wolverine who knows how to use his util, who knows how to kidnap well, super solid to play with, really annoying to play against. Moon Knight, B tier. I don't know, right now, like with the amount of shield in the game, you have to take off angles, high ground, not flank, but like off angles on the side. But it's really risky because he's super weak against dive and he has like little to no mobility. So if your supports aren't like hard paying attention to you and there's no real communication, like you're dead. Hella S tier. Bro, she can two-shot from any range. Like, I don't know why they continue to buff her just like Hawkeye. This bitch literally got an increase in her magazine capacity, and now it's even easier to finish off kills than it was before. She's super strong. Black Widow, you got the team up with Punisher now. I don't know. C or B? I'm gonna put her in C. I think she was D last season, but C now because the team up with Punisher, her ultimate's not as deadly as it was with the team up with Hawkeye, right? Because you could insta-kill through support ults, but it is still really annoying to deal with, especially if you're farming it that often, right? A constant slow field on the point is like pretty hard to play around. So we'll put her in C. Torch, he's gonna go in A. He's not S tier like he was last season, but he's still really strong and he's great at zone. Like I think aside from the damage nerfs that he got, the zoning for base control and stuff like that, he makes a tank's job a dream. Like, it's so free to walk up when Torch is putting a flame field down and forcing the enemy team to just like disperse or back up. He's still really good. Wanda, I'll put him B. The team up with Strange, I feel like really isn't used that much. Last season I was seeing a lot of Wanda, but now it's like there's just better picks, and she was really good against like Jeff. She's really good against characters like Spider-Man, BP, because you don't have to aim. Iron Man, S tier. I don't know what it is about this season because I don't think they made any changes with him. I mean, like the team up, yeah, but I don't believe this season they buffed his damage. I don't think they did. But now it's like all of a sudden, you know, Iron Mans are coming out of the woodworks and they're dominating lobby. He farms ult charge so fast. His beam can melt Groot walls really well. If you're like going against an Iron Man, you like can't get close because that beam actually has a pretty far range and it does a shit ton of damage. Magic fell off. Dive is dead, chat. She's still solid. She's definitely a B, but she is not as strong as she once was. I feel like, again, with all the options that there is now, like even the Hulk changes, like the Hulk bubble peel, mag bubble, Emma. I don't know, like a good Magic is still really scary, but she's not completely terrifying to deal with. Iron Fist, I think the same. I'm gonna put Magic above. Your boy is a little dead. He was S tier last season. This season, his survivability sucks now. His mobility, I think they nerfed his kick, so he can't get out. Doesn't have a get out of jail free card that refreshes. Makes it so he has to engage. He has to be pickier with his engagements, which is fine. That being said, I think he's still B tier. Now, then we have Mr. Fantastic. I'll put Mr. Fantastic at B. I think he's a little better than Iron Fist. Hell, I think he's even better than Scarlet Witch for sure. He's really good at peel. Mr. Fantastic farms damage, has great survivability, and he can peel and stop teammates from dying, giving them bonus health. Overall, he's a solid character. He has great survivability, great stall. His ultimate is, you know, mid, but he's like a pseudo DPS, right? Like he's like a half tank, half DPS. So like, what do you expect? Namor is B tier. Glow Squid was better. Even Gamma Squid is like not scary. It does good damage. Glow Squid was terrifying. It was like impossible to get away, and it did a decent amount of damage too. Dude, Squirrel Girl fucking hits, and I am sick of it. She does so much damage, and she farms her ult like crazy. I don't know what they were thinking, but like she's strong this season. I've been seeing a lot of Squirrel Girls in my games, and it's annoying. Punisher is like high A tier. I don't think he's S, but He is so strong this season. The extra damage that he got, the increased ammo, and then the movement speed with his ult, like he is so impactful if you can play him properly. Then again, if you don't, you're just gonna die a lot because he gets farmed. But he's not as strong as Storm. Storm this season is crazy. Her team play is one really good, right? She can give your team great mobility, great damage boost. The team up with Jeff though is ridiculous. Like killing through support ults is crazy, and then it also lasts longer. I'm pretty sure the spell field is bigger because you got big ass Jeff twirling around. I don't know what they were cooking with that. And then also you can team that up even with Torch too, right? You can get both. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Between these four, these are the bans that I see the most this season, and Punisher, right? It's these four and then sometimes Punisher. Spider-Man, he's C tier. He's pretty easy to counter. It doesn't terrorize as much as he used to. Maybe in the lower lobbies, he's probably an insta ban in Gold Stool, but like if you guys just like pay attention, you know what I mean? It won't be that bad. Star-Lord. Dude, Star-Lord kind of fell off. It's kind of easy to counter him now. Emma ult counters him. Mag ult. Cap can ult and run over your team. I don't know. You can hide from it. Cloak ults. All the support ults can counter it. Again, a good Star-Lord can farm ult a lot and apply a lot of pressure, but he doesn't do it like he used to, I feel like. He will definitely end up, you know what? That seems right. That seems right. Then you have Bucky. Definitely better than Star-Lord in my opinion. Still has a great ult. Easy to reset. They buffed his E. They gave him 2 E charges. It's ridiculous. All right. Next is Cloak and Dagger. Dude, A tier easily. This season and last season a little bit too. She got revived. I feel like I didn't see her at all during season 1. The first half of season 1, I think she was getting banned a lot because her ult you could stack, or maybe that was the end of season 0. But her ult you could stack. It was almost impossible to kill anyone through her ult because you could just stack the healing, and it was insane. They nerfed that. Now she has the longest ultimate lasting in the game because the timer doesn't start until after she finishes all 4 dashes. She has to be A tier. She's just really good. Invisible Woman is S tier. Like, what do you have to say? Is she the best support in the game? No, definitely. You'll see there's some that beat her out, but she has insane healing output. She can farm MVP. Her damage blocked with her shield is super impactful. You can block ultimates if you have good shield management. Like, not only are you blocking damage, but you're healing at the same time, so that person definitely is not dying. So overall, she's really good. Jeff, I think Jeff's B tier. Low-key, I think Jeff is really solid. He doesn't have the highest healing output, but he's really mobile. He can save your team in sticky situations. He can provide healing over time and then stack that with his own healing and your teammates healing. On top of that, he has a good get out of jail free card, not as long as it used to. Loki is probably the best support in the game. Can get out of almost any sticky situation if you have great clone placement and you know how to, use your cooldowns properly. He can negate ultimates that one-shot enemy support ults like Iron Man ult, Mag ult with his runes, but he's not, in my opinion, as fun to play as our queen, Luna Snow. Luna Snow, better than Invis, not as good as Loki, but she has arguably the best support ult in the game. Can heal through crazy amounts of damage, can swap the damage amp, make plays with teammates. She recently got buffed. She got that team up with Hawkeye. She's really strong. She always has been really strong. She's kind of been a meta support pick for, since the game is released. She's our K-pop idol. What can I say? Everyone loves her, and she always has good value. Mantis. Dude, I think... Oh, you know what? I missed a DPS. I missed Psylocke. Psylocke, better than Bucky. She got nerfed, and she doesn't do as much damage, but, like, a good Psylocke scares me more than a good Bucky because she just poses more of a threat to supports. I don't think she's as strong as she used to be, though. Mantis. I kind of want to say Mantis is A tier. Maybe she's B. She's good. She's only good in triple support, though. She might be a little slept on, but because she's only good in triple support, I don't know. She doesn't do enough, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, because I don't know. I feel like Mantis is in a weird spot right now, and if it's not triple support or res comp, like, it's really not worth it. Rocket's A tier for sure. I think he got a recent nerf to his healing, but even with that, his ultimate is great. It does healing and damage amp. You put it in a spot where it can't get shot out easily, and it makes it really hard for the enemy team to play around because it's like they can't just shoot you and do no damage. Rocket's still pretty strong, even with all his buffs, nerfs, whatever they did to him recently. Ultron, though, man, I hate Ultron, man. Ultron is bottom B tier. Like, he's good, but you know what? I'm gonna put him in C tier. He's only good in triple support, and he steals MVPs, and it pisses me off because Ultron players think that they're so good because they can do damage block, get a shit ton of assists, and do decent amount of healing. But like, the healing is not enough, and you need triple support to make it work. Like, it just doesn't work. And then we have Adam, top of B tier for sure. Great damage. If you're good at hitting headshots, you can just farm your heals, and his soul bond is really strong. That's that though. That's my tier list for this season. I have a vendetta against BP. I don't even hate playing against BP all that much. I really think he's in a bad spot. That's just me though. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think. If I miss the mark on some of these guys, or if you guys have any difference in opinions. It's gonna vary by rank. So lower rank players they're gonna differ from high rank. But drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video.